So here we have an example of a profit goal of 70,000 a year. And let's say this was not filled in. We want to know how much we need to make. Right here is going to let you know you need $158,557 to meet your profit goal of 70,000. That number is also right here. So this is how much you need. Let's say we put that in right here, 158,557.72. Nothing more to fill in, right? Full profit got by 0. We've met our profit, right? And that is going against what our expenses are. Expenses are $88,557.72. So we need to make $158,557.72 to profit 70,000. Let's say I just want to make 500,000 for the year, right? Because I have big plans. I make 500,000 because I want to give myself a raise. I want my team to get a raise. Let's say I want to start a renovation project in my building. So I need 500,000 to come in so I can have an extra profit, right? So I can spend the money on those things, the raise for myself, the raise for my team, and the renovations for the building, and still be able to profit the $70,000. Let's scroll down. Let's say I'm currently making $90,000, right? And remember, my expenses are $88,557.72. This is letting me know currently I need to raise my income by $68,557.72 to see this profit. This table below tells me the operational budget that I need to follow in order. Let's reduce this by size a little bit. This is my profit goal. This is how much I need to profit each month, $5,833. And quarterly, I need to profit $17,500. In order to get this, in current time, I will need to reduce my budget down to $1,666 or $5,000 quarterly. Problem solved, right? Wrong. Can I operate at $1,666? If this is you, can you operate right now at $1,666 a month? Can you pay your team? Can you pay your rent? Can you cover all the subscriptions that you have? If the answer is no, then this probably isn't the best method to use, right? By adjusting your operational budget to automatically get that full figure you need to save every month, right? That's kind of forcing yourself into the profit. We want to profit by operating under a budget that allows us to take care of the needs that we very much still have, like our rent, our payroll, subscriptions, everything else. So on this next page, it shows us how to do that by percentage. Before I show you that, for our new goal, for our not for our new goal, but for our future goal of the 500,000, right? When we make $500,000 as our income goal, 70,000, right, is supposed to be our profit. That is our goal, and that's the 5833 monthly or 17,500 quarterly. But 430,000 of that 500,000 is going to be our operational budget, which $35,833 a month or $107,500 quarterly, right? As long as we stay at these rates, monthly and quarterly, we will not surpass the $430,000 budget that we have out of that $500,000 we want to make for the year. That makes sure that we meet our profit goal of 70,000. We don't touch it at all where our spending isn't eating into this amount. So the profit margin for the 70,000 out of the 500,000 that we want to make is 14%. The remainder of that, which is our operational budget, the 430,000 that we are allowed to spend, is 86%. We want to start practicing operating at 86% of whatever income we have now, right? And in this case, our income now is 90,000. We want to be able to do that. As this 90,000 begins to grow, we want to practice the muscle of operating at 86% of whatever income is coming in monthly and saving aside the profit of 14%. So as this amount grows, we would automatically fall into the 70,000 profit goal that we have. Does that make sense? So we practice the muscle of operating at 86%, our future goal here, which is 430,000, and saving 14% by making sure we stay in this operational budget to get our 70,000, right? So at 90,000, what we're doing currently, we want to save 14% of that for profit, and we only want to spend 86%, which is 77,400, right? This 77,400, it breaks down into 6,400, 6,450 monthly or 19,350 quarterly, right? That sounds a lot better. I have a better chance of operating at $6,450 to pay my team, pay my rent, cover my subscriptions, and the whole nine, rather than I do at a $1,600 budget. Wouldn't you agree? I think so. I could do a lot more with $19,350 a quarter to cover the expenses for my business and keep it running more than I can with $5,000 a quarter. So already we're seeing the benefit of building up towards our goal by percentage, by practicing operating under a certain percentage and saving the rest of that percentage to meet our goal. And we did that by acknowledging, again, we started here. We want 70,000 and to profit, we want 70,000 profit, but we want to make 500,000 gross because we want to give ourselves raises. We want to give the team raises. We want to renovate the building and still be able to profit the 70,000, right? 70,000 out of 500,000, as it says down here, is 14%. 430,000 out of 500,000 is 86%. That information is the same right here, right? See that? We apply that same method of the 14% and the 86% to what we're currently making. We are practicing the muscle of operating at a certain percentage, only spending a certain percentage per month that allows us to profit the percentage that we need. If I could practice operating at 86%, which is of 90,000, which is $6,450, then I am allowing myself to profit 14%, which is $1,050. As this grows, this number grows, and I continue operating at 86% so I can profit my 14%. Watch what happens. Let's go back over here. Let's say we start making 120,000. Look what just happened. Now we have $8,600 that we can operate at because we're operating at 86%, not a set amount. So the more income we start bringing in monthly is the higher spend we get asked to. And the higher our profit is going to be too. Let's raise that. Let's say 300,000, right? Let's see it. Boom. Now I have a monthly budget of 21,500. And now each month I'm saving 35,000 as profit or 42,000 a year. We're starting to get really close to this amount over here. We want to get to 5,800 monthly, right? We're at 3,500. That's not bad. That's not bad. Um, so as you can see, practicing the muscle of operating at the percentage of the budget that you need to operate at to see the profit of your future goal is how you can grow towards your goal. All right. So the biggest expense that every company has is their payroll, believe it or not. This right here is a rule that I recommend to all business owners, that you keep your payroll costs per month at 30 to 50,000 of whatever is coming in, right? So right now this says 8%, right? Let's say this is 8% because it's going off of us bringing in 500,000 a year, or $41,666 a month, right? So that means whatever payroll is divided by $41,666 a month is giving me 8%, which means I am not spending more than 30 to 50%. So I'm well in this rule. I'm not exceeding any of these percentages. If we come down here, I'm at 13%. Why is that? The amount that I'm making monthly is lower. It's 25,000. So whatever I'm spending for payroll divided by 25,000 a month is giving me 13%. So if I were to go and increase my payroll, then these amounts will increase, and they would change colors based on how much I'm getting close, how much I'm starting to exceed the 30 or 50%. Once I get in this bracket, it's going to turn yellow. It's going to let me know, hey, you're on your way to operating, you're on your way to spending 50% of your total monthly income for payroll. So we're going to give you a yellow color. Once it goes over 50, it's going to be red. You are spending over 50% of what you're bringing in monthly on payroll. Yikes. Watch out, freeze, make some changes. Either you need to bring in some money or you need to cut your payroll.